Hey, what's up, friends? So today I'm going to continue. I'm going to read some more of this book. It's called Mobsters and Gangsters: Organized Crime in America from Al Capone to Tony Soprano. It's written by Life. Today I'm going to read about Lucky Luciano. The most important crime figure of the 20th century, and arguably of all time, was born Salvatore Luciana in 1896 in Sicily and immigrated to America with his family in 1906. He was barely off the boat before he was pinched for shoplifting, the first of dozens of arrests. In 1959, as an underling in the Five Points gang, he was pulled in for dealing drugs. When he didn't rat out his cronies during 6 months in stir, he began his ascent in the netherworld of criminality. His nickname, Lucky, may have derived from his skill at cards. With his gambling profits and his 5 points lucre, he set up his own operation, where he and his hoods shook down bordellos. By the mid-20s, he ran the entire New York prostitution racket, with 5,000 ladies in his employ. Unfortunately for Lucky, he liked to sample the merchandise, and he repeatedly came down with sexually transmitted diseases. It was around then that Luciano became Joe Mazzaria's right-hand man, running his gambling, booze, and drug operations. Things were just ducky for Lucky. He dressed swank with silk underwear, bespoke suits, and tore around town in sleek automobiles. He lived in a deluxe suite at the Waldorf. He was making more than a million clams a year. Still, there might be an even better way. He happened into an old acquaintance, a Jewish guy he had met years before, Meyer Lansky. Luciano told him some of his ideas, big ideas, like setting up a vast, streamlined operation that would benefit everyone, at least the criminals, and that would eliminate the endless internecine squalls. Lansky, who had also profited from early classes in philosophy with the master Arnold Rothstein, concurred implicitly, setting the stage for a close, decades-long relationship based on trust and cemented by phenomenal earnings. Luciano was clever enough to know that to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. When Mazzaria and Salvatore Maranzano waged their messy, protracting gang war, Luciano arranged their twin demises in 31. All along, Luciano had been fine-tuning his relationships with the younger crowd. Now with the inflexible Mustache Pete's and sooner other unpredictable sorts like Legs Diamond and Dutch Schultz out of the way, the path was clear for a lean, mean operation, a syndicate with Lansky, Frank Costello, Louis Lepke, Buchalter, and Lucky's longtime amigo Joe Adonis on the board of directors. Luciano, of course, would rule over the cartel. In 1935, New York City Special Prosecutor Thomas E. Dewey turned his focus fully to the boss. The vice industry, since Luciano took over, said Dewey, is highly organized and operates with business-like precision. After a doozy of a trial, Luciano was sentenced to 30 to 50 years. Even behind bars, Lucky pulled the strings. But life in the ancient Dannemora, New York prison was a far cry from the glossy Gotham nightclub circuit. Then fate intervened. In 1942, the Navy asked Luciano to help beef up wartime security on the New York waterfront. Luciano ran the Longshoremen's Union, so sabotage on the dock was instantly snuffed out. There was even a rumor that Luciano greased the way for the Allied invasion of Sicily. In any case, in February 1946, he was released from jail and deported to Italy. He tried to settle in Cuba, where he was host to such guests as Lansky, Costello, and Bugsy Siegel, but the authorities evenly booted him off the island. He settled in Naples, where he lived a life of luxury and kept his hand in the running of aliens and drugs into America. In January 1962, the Vice Lord had a heart attack at the Naples airport and died. He had been under surveillance and was about to be arrested, said authorities, for smuggling $150 million worth of heroin into the U.S. in the previous 10 years. Lucky never rested till he rested in peace. So that was Lucky Luciano. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and message.